What's up, everybody? Tomberry Disciple back again. Here we are again tonight, and we are going to do a little bit of looting, then a little bit more backtracking. That's a Final Fantasy classic right there. And then, of course, we're going to have a little bit more discussion on things to come. Tonight, on the discussion round, we can go ahead and start. Right now, we are making our way south from here. You may remember this place. It's, I believe, Western Keep. Yes. And from Western Keep, we are working our way back down south to the marshland again. And inside of the marsh, we're going to work our way back down to the bottom floor in floor 3. And from floor 3, we are actually going to work our way down and around and get some extra treasure and loot and everything that we didn't get last night. And on our way there, of course, we might as well go ahead and start the discussion of everything. Tonight, I really kind of wanted to lay in and talk about Final Fantasy VII. There's a lot of talk with the remake coming out, and I would really love to have a better conversation about this in the future, but I would love to see what everybody else's opinion on what's to come is. The fact that you can actually play as Barret and Cloud and switch between your party members during battle, I thought that was a really awesome feature. Hopefully that is a confirmed feature. So far from what I've read and seen, it is, but you never know. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly make sure everybody is optimized to the best preference. Not the best time in the world to check it, but alright, not too many battles. I know a lot of people are actually mad about the whole Final Fantasy VII remake coming out and it not having turn-based battle system, because that is a confirmed thing. I know I'm playing Final Fantasy 1 right here, but being completely honest, the turn-based battle system isn't really alive anymore. It doesn't thrive like it used to. I'm kind of glad myself to see it kind of go, even though, I mean, I do enjoy a nice little turn-based game from time to time. You'll catch me playing Pokemon every time there's a new one coming out. I mean, personally right now I am playing Persona 5, a fantastic game, might I add. And, I can't get the items here. Definitely worth the money right now. I know a lot of people don't like paying the money for a brand new game. Paying $60, I know it can be a little steep, depending on your funds. We won't discuss any of that, obviously. But I will say, again, it is totally worth it. The game's story plays out well. It's like an interactive anime, if you're into that. Our characters are a bit OP running through here. Level 16. I hate the fact that after you've basically ran through this place once, and you really don't forget its layout. It's not the best arena. Pretty cool for a little dungeon given its time. On the original release anyway. Alright, the goal here is to actually, this will actually help you out a lot if you do this, make your way all the way south. And when you're in here, it's best to go ahead and tell you now that there are actually 3 rooms down here that we're trying to get to, and within these 3 rooms there are 3 random encounters. It's not necessarily safe to call them bosses, but you're about to see, let's just be as safe as possible. The best thing that you could possibly do right now is go ahead and save, especially if you're not quite as high as level, which is only 16. Doesn't sound like a lot for this style of game, but because of this game isn't very long, level cap around for people usually beating this is usually around 25. I've seen as low as 22 beating this game. I'm sure there are several lower ones for speed completionists out there. You guys are ungodly. When you get all of your saving done, safety saves and such, go ahead and take a few steps forward while you're in here, because these random encounters actually, they're random. You'll see what I mean right here. Whoa. Okay, scratch the random encounter in this room. It did not happen. But that's okay. Sorry, I'm just, I'm doing a little glancing here. Making sure everything is completely up to par before I continue. That's something you might, may always want to do, honestly, just because if you look at our current position here, you never know what is going to happen within the confines of places like this. You never know when you're going to be able to save again. So just always be prepared. Fire is very, very, very strong. This was the random encounter I actually was mentioning. Who knows why it appeared so late, but luckily we're still getting to do a Piscamon? Piscademon? Piscademon? Ah, Pisshead. One of these rooms down here will actually not have anything inside of it. It's a waste of your time. I believe it's this door right here. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've actually seen this place. We'll find out together though. Almost forgot and left it. Nope, not this room. And here's our random encounter with the Piscademons. Awesome. 900 gil. Deal die soon if we don't do something about it. Choco! Sorry everybody. My dog keeps me paranoid. She has a habit of chewing stuff. she's nearly broken from it, and she hasn't done it in a long time, but I don't trust her. Look at that. You can't trust that. This has got to be the false door. Yes. Now this is actually completely optional. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify that. You do not even have to come back here whatsoever. This is literally solely for grinding, for the extra gil, for the extra items, the silver armlet we just received. Completely optional here. This is just things that you can do once you retrieve the Mystic Key, similar to last night when we opened up the treasure room at the castle. More Pisca demons. Pissed off demons is what they should have just called them. Woo! 1020 gil. Just what we need. Now, if only Square could have designed the escape rope and not Game Freak. Oh, would we be in a different world then? Once you've retrieved all of the items within the bottom floor here, use the Mystic Key to open your 3 hidden items or optional items. You're free to go. There's nothing else to do here other than grind more if you want to catch some more levels. Other than that though, not a damn thing left. Don't follow my example. I'm not doing the greatest job keeping Barry alive right now, but he'll be fine. I don't claim to be the best. Gargoyles. Not sure if we've ran into any of these yet. New enemies are always cool to encounter. Scorpions. I also don't think we've ran into a scorpion yet. I could be wrong though. Time to take advantage of the poisoner. And heal. Level 17. These green slimes are very plentiful. And also remember, once you actually get out of this place here, the marsh, there's not even anything left to really do on this continent at the moment, other than grind and maybe visit old places, but honestly, most of the looting is done, most of the levels that you're going to obtain at a decent rate have been obtained. Everything else, your experience will start to, I'll use the word lag, because it's going to really go slow. Always watch your MP too. Luckily, Poison doesn't cost too much. Costs 3 MP. Perfect. Also, keep your health at a moderate range. I don't know how true it is, but for some reason my theory is on these older games, I could be completely wrong, battles are supposed to be randomized, but I feel like the higher your health and the lower your health, the more random battles you actually encounter. You're free to actually go through and skim and study these videos and test out my theory if you want. Not so sure I'll do the same, but fairly positive. Barry just cannot catch a break. It's insane that there wasn't many years apart between the PSP version of this and this GBA version right here, and the graphic comparison. I was actually checking it out earlier today on my cell phone while I was at work, and there's actually a substantial difference. I almost wish that I would have just went ahead and used the PSP version of this only, but future, it's what it holds. Sneak preview. But it's okay. These versions aren't bad. Literally the only thing that changed is the pixelated graphics are more textured, so they look almost like a cartoon rather than this pixelated style. I kind of like the pixelated style though. No, I'm not in denial. It's just the pixels bring back all the nostalgia. The next game will be fun either way, with or without the pixels. We won't have them. Okay. Once you have got all the treasure from the Western Keep, from the marsh, and the Elf Kingdom, your next goal is to actually board the ship and backtrack again, which some of you may have already known and done this. When you left the Elf Kingdom, you could have went ahead and already came back here, and this time around there's actually another treasure room which you have to get inside of to progress on through the story. Now, a few of you may not have known this was here, but the first thing you need to do is, this is actually optional. I say the first thing to do because it kind of sets everything up. The time has come to use the key to open the doors. The equipment within is sure to help you. See? But again, you don't have to do that if you already know. The treasure house has been bound by the mystic key. You don't say. Saber. Mithril Knife. And a cottage. Iron armor. A tent. And then last but not least, the nitro powder. This is actually the item you need to progress on with the main story, if you can say that, or your main quest of the game. Every other loot that we just got, other than the Crystal Eye, the Jolt Tonic, the Crown, and so on, like the loot and the Princess and whatever else, this connects with those. This is an important thing. All the other stuff was completely optional. So, sorry. You didn't have to watch a lot of this if you didn't really want to, but there's other walkthroughs and playthroughs. Thanks for stopping on mine if you did, though. We love viewers here. Okay, one more time, we're going to make sure everybody is optimized up to par. I actually think we've basically bought anything that could have possibly helped us here. Yep. When you are completely optimized, your next goal is to actually I was gonna see if I could find somebody to kind of guide you through the quest. We're gonna actually go to the town real quick. We need to heal up. This is one of the cheapest inns in the game. From what we've seen, everybody else has highway robbery. Here we go. You can actually walk over here. And this is your tutorial for a lot of things if you didn't stop through here at the beginning of the game. I didn't need it. Okay. Let's see. This is the girl. I don't know if you remember earlier in the game when you first left the castle, they told you if you ever had any questions on where to go to come talk to this girl here. She is the dancing girl inside of Cornelia. I believe that's the name here. And she will basically tell you where you need to go. And our next destination is actually a new place, thank God. We are leaving Cornelia. I just gotta check, make sure that's the name. Yes, Cornelia. And we're gonna swing some good old saves. I don't have too much longer to actually get to the next area, so I'm gonna extend this video a little bit longer than our usual 23 minutes or so, or less. Again, the place that we're going to isn't far off from here at all. Swing your safety saves. I'm gonna swing a couple more here in just a second, so make this as quick as possible. Okay, back to where we were at. Sorry everybody. What you need to do now, once you have ignored my screw up, jump on the boat. And you want to go west. Best thing you can do is sail west across this coastline here until you reach this spot here, I believe. I could be wrong. Been wrong before. You know, I didn't even check. I know we had over safety saves, but okay, just making sure we had the nitro powder. Once you're here, you want to kind of work your way north, or not necessarily just north, but northwest, I believe. Good thing is we're going to get plenty of leveling done doing this. Okay, this is it. Our stopping point for the night. Once you've hopefully watched the video and saw my mistake so you don't make the same mistake, and you go from the boat, you go west or left, and then you go south, and then slightly west again, and then you will reach damn wolves and wargs. That's what it's all about, though. You will reach Mount Drugar. Duergar. That's it. Mount Duergar. And once you are there, you'll find out tomorrow. Alright, this is our stopping point for tonight. recap from what we did. Literally, it was just grinding and looting tonight. We went and got the nitro powder from Cornelia in the hidden treasure room bound by the Mystic Key. The thing you want to do now is you can go ahead and proceed forward if you would like, is go through Mount Duergar, and talk to the dwarves and give them the nitro powder to progress on with your main quest. We will progress on more tomorrow night, or hopefully by the time you see this, you can just click on the next video. We'll see. Everybody, this is Tomberry Disciple. Follow me here on YouTube and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. The links are under the video in the description. Have fun, everybody. Ton out.